What do you think about when it comes to reducing your carbon footprint? For many of us, it's getting an electric car or getting solar panels, which can be very expensive and takes time to implement. So what if I told you that you could actually make a change really simply and as easy as you could do it today, and it's just changing what you put onto your plate? So today we're going to be talking about the effects of a meat-eating diet on global warming. So understanding how much a meat-eating diet contributes to global warming will more effectively motivate us to take action to adopt a greener diet. Today we'll talk about what global warming is, then how eating meat contributes to global warming, and then ways that we can help reduce our carbon footprint. And we've all heard about climate change and global warming, but do we really know what that means? The greenhouse effect is what causes global warming. The sun shines into the atmosphere, warming up the earth during the day, and then at night the earth releases the heat and into the air. But gases like carbon dioxide trap heat inside, as you can see from here, and with too much greenhouse gases, the earth just keeps getting warmer and warmer. Now, how the earth is being affected, Rob Bailey, who is a research director of Energy, Environment, and Resources, explains in his article titled Livestock, Climate Change's Forgotten Sector, Global Public Opinion on Meat and Dairy Consumption, published 2014, says that it's unlikely global temperatures can be kept under that 2 degrees Celsius increase without a global shift of meat and dairy consumption. On NRDC's website, titled Are the Effects of Global Warming Really That Bad?, published 2016, it says that global warming causes more frequent and severe weather, like hurricanes, floods, droughts. We've seen that happening already. Oceans get hotter and more acidic, threatens marine life. There will be higher sea levels because of melting Arctic ice, which threatens entire islands, coastal communities, and major cities like New York, LA, and Miami. There will also be dangerous air pollution and higher wildlife extinction rates. So now that we've looked into what global warming is and why we should care, let's see how meat contributes to global warming. F.P. O'Mara, the Irish Agriculture and Food Development Authority, explains in 2011 the significance of livestock as a contributor to greenhouse gas emissions today and in the near future. She said that the contribution of livestock is up to 18% of global emissions. Compare that to 14% from transportation. The meat industry is a giant source of greenhouse gases. Carbon dioxide is just one of those gases. They also produce methane, which is 23 times more potent as a greenhouse gas. And deforestation is also caused by livestock. In fact, in Brazil, 80% of the Amazon forest has been cleared just for livestock and livestock feed. National Geographic's deforestation page on their website says that the world's rainforests are going to completely disappear within 100 years at the current rate of deforestation. The less trees we have, the more greenhouse gases are going to build up. Other ways meat contributes to climate change is water pollution. Animal waste, antibiotics, hormones in water systems all pollutes the water. Also, a lot of the grain that we grow, and soybeans and maize, is grown just to feed livestock, which is a huge waste of resources if you think about it, because we're growing food to feed food. So now that we've seen how eating meat contributes to global warming, let's look into what we can do about it. We could either eat less meat, especially beef, go vegetarian, or go vegan. Marcos Springman, who is currently working on an Oxford Martin program on the Future of Food project, he tells us that adopting global dietary guidelines, which is eating less meat, would cut food-related emissions by 29%, double that at just being vegetarian, and then a little bit further with vegan. Dr. Rajendra Pachauri, who is chair of the Intergovernmental Panel on Climate Change and joint winner of the Nobel Peace Prize in 2007, says, quote, "Please eat less meat. Meat is a very carbon-intensive commodity," end quote. The more you cut back on meat and dairy towards a vegan diet, the more you can help slow down global warming and stabilize the atmosphere. As found by a survey of Chatham House in 2014, people who understand the effects of meat on global warming are more likely to do something about it. That's why I felt that this was an important topic, so I could spread that awareness and motivate people to also consider adopting a greener diet. So today we learned about the greenhouse effect, how meat contributes to global warming, and what we can do about it. Now, I understand eating meat is ingrained in many cultures, especially here in the US. So it can be difficult to consider giving it up. But when you think that this is our only habitable planet and the rate of destruction that's happening, don't you think it's worth making a simple change, is just changing what's on your plate?